Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maticus Valentine Cole. Hope you're having a happy Tuesday. Today we're gonna go over a topic that was requested by one of my male subscribers, and basically he asked, Matt, how can one possibly be a flirt in today's day and age? And it's actually a pretty it's tricky for sure. Okay, and please pardon my Muppet here. I wear my bandana not as often as I used to, but try to look nice for you. Alright. So there's do's and there's don'ts. Look. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and check the sources and get the soup to nuts as to what we're talking about. Okay? From dictionary.com, they define flirting as someone who behaves as though attracted to or trying to attract someone, but for amusement rather than with serious intentions. I agree with that, and I kind of don't agree with that, because I don't think flirting is so much of a game. It could be for some, but for most of the time, there's intentions. Let's be real. Alright, let's go to urbandictionary.com, my favorite thing of all time. They define a flirt as a person who is innocently over-friendly, especially the type of friendliness that is interpreted as seduction. Actions may include giving away number, blowing kisses, caressing, and free lap dances. I don't know about that last part, but to each their own, right? Alright, now, what's considered flirting has been drastically redefined in the wake of the Me Too movement and others, where simple and over-the-top flirting is considered sexual harassment or misconduct. I know. And while that may be true in rare instances, in truth, and in my opinion, flirting is nothing more or less than letting someone you have serious intentions for know that you're interested in them. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? But because of the current era of our ever-growing victim culture, one thing has dramatically and tragically changed. And that is, men are no longer allowed to flirt at all. I mean, those who try are at risk of having their lives ruined by someone who would love to get their name in the news by ruining someone's name, reputation, and life. I am not over-exaggerating. Check the news. Every 2 seconds you see somebody else, whether it is something major, something minor, or sometimes nothing, being blown into everything. There's no such thing as a misdemeanor anymore. Everything's a damn felony. It's ridiculous. Now, is this true of all women? No, of course not. In fact, I would say that most ladies who subscribe to my channel, which, hey, good to see ya, welcome back, most would love a classic over-the-top flirtation, because they see it for what it is, you know? But sadly, these women look exactly the same as any other woman who would take it to the next level. Take it to that place where your life is irrevocably screwed up. And also, it only takes one. Sad but true. Okay? And so, because of this, to help out my buddy who asked me this question, I have a couple of hints for guys to follow so that they can avoid the landmines of jumpy, zealous feminism and social justice bullshit. Okay? Alright, so here it is. Number 1. Eye contact is key. Dudes look nowhere but to their eyes. Okay? Women spend a lot of effort, time and money to make themselves look attractive. But sadly, you can't look at a low-cut blouse or a mini skirt or tight jeans without being perceived as a lech or a predator. It sucks, but it's true. It is what it is. So look in her eyes, and if you want to be friendly, compliment her shoes. Women do like that. And yeah, and it's simple, and there's no way to misinterpret that. Okay. Second, let her talk. Do you know what mansplaining is? I've got the definitions for it, but after reading and researching all that, I'm still not 100% sure exactly what that is. But I know enough that the perception of what it is pretty damn stupid. Okay? But regardless, let her talk. And only talk about things that are relevant to her. You know, just nothing physical. And, because look, I've seen guys who like to spend minutes, you know, many minutes, talking about, oh yeah, my job is this, and I like to do this kind of thing for a living, and yeah, last time I was vacationing in Monte Carlo, and yes, and I have been known to peruse the art galleries in Paris, France, and yes, my shit smells like roses. God, crash and burn. It's ridiculous. Talk about her. We spend all this time. Most human beings, not just women, but most human beings love it when people talk about them. No one really gives a damn what you think about yourself. Trust me, they're going to form their own opinion after about 3 minutes. Okay? Talk about them. But keep it simple. And actually, I'm going to add a third. You know, because this is going to be kind of a radical idea. And if you guys have a different opinion on this, put it in the comments below. Let me know what you think, okay? I would also say, be yourself. Now, I know that's been said a ton by a lot of people over the last decade. Always be yourself. Don't be anyone you're not. Be yourself. I'm going to take that to a whole nother level. Gentlemen, be absolutely yourself. What I mean is, if you're a person who likes to swear. If you're a person who likes to drink beer a lot, drink beer. Offer her one. If you're a guy who likes to watch a lot of sports, work on cars, all the traditional guy shit, you like to do that stuff, do that stuff. And it's not to alienate yourself from women, but let me tell you something. One of the reasons that some relationships end is because after the honeymoon period of a relationship is over and guys start to relax and become themselves, well, 3 months in, now she realizes she's dating a dude that swears like a sailor, drinks like a fish, works on cars, talks nothing but Ronda Rousey's tight little bootay, and watches everything from basketball to football and every kind of sport in the universe. And then she realizes that's not what she wants, and she leaves. Guys, do yourself a favor. Do that stuff in the beginning. There are women who actually appreciate a dude who's like that. Not many, but there are some. Be yourself. We no longer have the luxury to spread our peacock plumage and show our best sides. Show the real sides. And we'll end up attracting the people that actually appreciate us for who we are. Okay? Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is things that women can do. Since, guys, I'm not kidding about this. It has become far too dangerous, and there's too many risks for guys to be flirting in the traditional way. You're going to get guys who don't give a shit and go ahead and do it anyway, and God bless them for having the courage. But these are the guys that are being thrown under the railroad tracks because they're running into women who have such a stick up their butt about proper behavior and how they want to be treated and shit, that they will not only tell you that they're not interested, but they will go out of their way to make you pay for being yourself. Villains. So, ladies, I want you to do some things for me, please. First and foremost, most women that I know of have a circle of friends. Okay? You guys have 2 or 3 friends that think exactly like you do. You're interested in the same things. Then you have the friend who is the, let's call them the odd man out. Someone who's got a great personality, but may have less than attractive physical qualities, less than attractive social qualities, less than attractive somewhat qualities, but you still love them to death. They're awesome people. Okay? And then you all have that friend who is an over-the-top beast. The friend who is, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Or if I have a man, I got him so trained, I swear to God, the leash is made of titanium and is on my GPS. That may not be you, but most women I know have introduced me to their friends, and those 3 kinds of friends are always in that pack of girls. You know, the 1 or 2 that are really cool, the one that is kind of, and another one who was like, oh my God, will this woman please shut up? Here's what you got to do. The friend that is over the top, check them on their shit. No kidding. The reason why this atmosphere of victim culture has been able to progress as much as we have is that friends are not checking their friends for being douchebags. I know a lot of guy friends who have, who in male packs have the same configuration. They've got a couple of dudes who like sports as much as they do, like doing the same thing they do. You got one dude who's kind of outside the box, and then another dude who's just a straight up asshole. But he's also the one guy who knows how to fight. And so if shit happens in the parking lot, he's the guy that'll defend you guys. All right, but in our circle of my particular circle of friends, I'm the one who's the odd man out. You know, all my friends like, they love the sports and they love their drinking and things like that. And I don't drink a drop, and I'm into poetry, but they're still my dudes. They're my bros. And then we got our one friend who was an absolute dick, but he's also a cut up, and we love him to death. And every time he's done stuff that is socially unacceptable, we checked him on that. Dude, fuck, man, you're in a public place. Don't suck your snot in church, you know, things like that. You know what I mean? And women, you guys got to do the same thing. Because the only way that we're going to be able to get back to a state of normalcy is if we take responsibility for our friends. Don't get me wrong, we're all adults. We're all responsible for ourselves, in theory. But there's too many people who are more afraid of losing their friend than making sure that the friend doesn't make them look bad. You know what I mean? All right, so that's number 1. Second, I'm so sorry, ladies, but as I said in the very beginning, men are no longer allowed to flirt. So you guys have to do it. If you see a guy that you like, here's some helpful hints. Be nice, but don't be over the top. You know, keep an open mind, and keep your emotions in check. If you want a guy who to know that you're interested in them, be interested in them. You know, but keep everything first base. Okay? Because believe it or not, most guys don't like women who are overly aggressive, and some guys do, but no one I know. So definitely keep it on the low. And I also recommend that if you're going to ask a dude out on a date, make it a group date first, and then make it a one-on-one date second. But hang out in a group of people before you decide to hang out with each other. Because you want to know if this dude's going to be good around your friends. Well, invite him out to hang out with you and your friends. See how it goes. Okay? But most importantly, you guys, the one thing I'm going to stress more than absolutely anything else do not make mountains out of molehills. We're all too far and wide concerned with the perception of what you think they mean, and we're not actually asking the person, what do they mean? Find out. Because most times when people make an assumption on the intention of somebody else, not only are they completely wrong, but they make themselves look like morons because they're making decisions based on an assumption as opposed to based on facts. Okay? And then the last thing I'm going to say is this. Be kind to each other. Golden rule, you guys. Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you want people to treat you respectfully, be respectful. Don't demand. Don't be elitist. Don't be entitled. Just be cool. Just relax. Be yourselves. And I think we're going to take the steps to be okay. I really think that we are way past our ability in our culture to move at a fast pace without consequence. There's too many things going wrong and it's happening way too fast. So we're at a point now where we have to take our time. So take the time. Be kind to each other. Be true to yourselves. And do not agree to do anything that you're not comfortable doing. Communication's always been a key in any relationship, whether it's a friendship or a relationship. Don't lose those communication skills. Okay? Well, I hope that answers the question, and I hope you guys got some good insight out of that. I would love to know what you guys think about it, so if you have any questions or opinions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. Please give the video a like, and if it's your first time here, subscribe, and hey, welcome. But as always, keep the shadows at your feet and forever out of your heart. I loves you. Oh, I appreciate you. Laters.